Jill here, Special Needs Mom Talks. All right, this is my download or whatever, what came through, and it's about talking out loud about our issues and troubles. I was interacting with a friend of mine, and I shared something that was going on in my life, and he said back to me, "Yeah, everybody has their problems." And I was like, oh gosh, he thinks I'm complaining or whatever. So, I understood that. And I was like, oh, well, um, yeah, everybody has their problems. And we should be talking out loud about them. And this was in this like spiritual community or whatever. That's what I feel like in all the communities. And I feel like in the special needs community in particular, I think people probably that have followed my podcast or whatever, and some, I don't know, people sometimes are like, why is she talking about her problems all the time and the challenges that she has? Doesn't she know everybody has challenges? Everybody has hardship. Yes, I realize that. And I guess what I feel like is, why are you talking about it? And I don't mean making a podcast or whatever, but my idea is due to the extreme nature that obviously I chose on some level here on this planet to experience, my need to talk about it out loud is just huge. So, and I feel like it empowers other people to validate their own lived experience because that's what we don't talk about. We don't talk about the energetics of things. We're all about, the things that can be on paper and that we can see, when really it's all the energetics of things that steer the ships. So here I am, and I'm going to talk out loud about the energetics of things and the experiences I've having as a special needs parent. And one thing that I did want to mention was the idea of righteousness. And I think I've fallen down here a lot by nature of our experience, again, with the intensity of things we live with. We feel beaten down. We feel like we're always on the bottom, answering to people that quote unquote know more, getting help, needing help. Same for our offspring. It's this like subservient position. So when we figure out something that works, we grab it and we want to just hold on to it, and we want to be right about one freaking thing in our lives that's helped us, and we are. But it's also holding space that there's many other things that are right for many other people that aren't the same. They aren't the same tool, they aren't the same process, and that's all okay. This is multidimensional, and we're all evolving, and it's not like one is more right than another. It's where you're at, what's your sitch, where you're headed, all these variables that come into it. So I probably am hitting this home a little too much, but I'm challenged with that. I think when I started doing the podcast, I realized that some of the solutions being offered in the mainstream medical system, personally, I realized personally as a parent, coming off meds, maybe meds were not all they were cracked up to be for my kids either, even though they needed them, and started questioning that. And I felt really righteous. I felt like I knew more, and I wanted to teach other people that didn't know so much, when that really was in some ways just not respectful of their own path. So that's one thing I'm learning, and I've learned, and I refuse to look back and judge it all as bad. I'm just carrying it with me as a lesson, everything. And yeah, I'm going to keep ranting out loud. And yeah, sometimes I might trigger you, and I'm not always right, or even right for anybody. I'm right. I'm sharing what has come up for me personally, and maybe some of you will feel empowered by it. And if you're pissed off, I'm sorry. I love you too.